Hello guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the newly released TCA Sidestick by Thrustmaster. I have a lot to say about the Sidestick over my month of usage, so this shouldn't be a boring review or anything. I have lots to say about this amazing Sidestick. Got a bit of a sneak peek when I say amazing there. Let's get right into it, guys. So the Sidestick comes with these 3 knobs at the top and lots of different buttons that you can use depending on the aircraft that you're flying. And it has this really nice camera pan switch. It's called a hat switch, I believe, and it's quite useful. I use this as my autopilot disconnect, and this is my push to talk button for VATSIM. On the back, we have a large knob. I don't really have a use for that yet, but moving on, the Sidestick has this handy tilt function, which you can use for taxing if you don't have pedals. And this is super handy, but if you don't want to use this, you can lock this feature with that little button there, which is quite handy. Now, it has a throttle that comes with the Sidestick. It's not great, it's not bad. The movement is pretty crappy, and the reverse thrust always gets hit by accident. I wouldn't use this in a normal situation. So it has these 3 buttons along each side. These are very handy for gear up, gear down. That's what I use them for. My trim switch also is on one of these, and my flaps is also on one of these pedals. My left side I don't really use, but it's really helpful. You can also switch up the buttons depending on if you're a left-handed user or a right-handed user, which is pretty handy, I have to say. Now the Sidestick feels pretty okay. I haven't tried many other Sidesticks, so I don't have too much to say, but it's really smooth and lots of rotation. It comes with a USB stick, so that's how you plug it into the computer, not USB-C or anything like that. And the cable's not detachable, by the way. That's one main point I would like to bring up. The build quality is pretty good, I would say. It slides around on my desk a little. I mean, it could have had more pads on the bottom, I would say. But when you're actually using it as a Sidestick, as I've demonstrated here, it is pretty sturdy. There's the pads on the bottom. I would have liked to see more of these. It depends what surface you're on, though. So that's always one thing to keep in mind. That's just a bit of an overview there, but I'll continue talking about the Sidestick. Okay, so some of my final opinions. The price is, I would say, a little steep. I'm not too sure. So it goes for 120 Canadian dollars, which is about 95 or so US dollars, depending on the reseller. I've seen it dip in a bunch of different prices, so it really depends. It's somewhat fair, but there's other options. I mean, for this price range, there's not too many other options, so I think this is something to keep in mind when you're purchasing one of these. I think this is great for someone who's just trying to start and get started in flight sim. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, the A320 on that platform, I think that's a perfect fit. When you pair this with the TCA throttle, which I've been trying to find, but I just can't find it in stock. I don't want to import it from the US. That's a great match, great combination. Yeah. If you want to go that route, I think that's a really good way to go. Now, I don't know how to wrap it up. You can buy it if you want, if you're looking at Sidesticks. There's not too much else out there unless you're trying to get a HOTAS system, which are very pricey at the moment. So there's also the older version of this, which is basically the same and no difference there. You can go with the yoke, with the SciTech yoke, which I do not recommend, or the honeycomb yoke, which is very popular. And if you really have the money, you can go all the way up to the Yoko, which is amazing. So there's so many options, it's hard to tell. If you're looking for a Sidestick around this price range, this, of course, will be the option for you. It's just really where you want to take flight sim and how much you're willing to spend really depends on what you're gonna get. So I think this is different for many people, but I personally really like it, and I think it would be great for you if you want to get it. So that's my final opinion. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day, guys.